Announcement. Prime retail building for sale in New York City. Address 108 East 60th Street. That's Park Avenue and 60th Street. Retail space 13,750 square feet. Street level visibility. Built in 2004. Delivered vacant. Asking price $35 million US. Make an offer. Real estate taxes per year $148,000. Lobby of the building. Back view of the first floor where the lobby is to the street. Very spacious floor plates. 20 by 109. Rendering of the building. Front facade. We envision a glass facade and a side view. This is to scale. This building could serve up to 500 people at the same time. It will consist of a first level, second level, third level, fourth level, fifth level, sixth level, and an atrium, which correspond to the sub-level, first floor, second floor, third floor, fourth floor, and fifth floor, plus the atrium. The atrium has not been built yet, and the sub-level 1 has not been excavated fully. It's now half the 20 by 108 feet, but it can be excavated all the way to the lot line. This is what can happen with a redesign for this building. We envision that the first floor and the sub-level 1 will connect to create a massive and striking entrance to this building. Other possibilities for design are like this one. This is not the actual building, but it will give you an idea of what the building can become. So the facts of the project are as follows. The building is presently owner-occupied, so that we don't have a rent roll. However, rents in the area range between $2,900 to $1,800 per square foot. 108 East 60th Street is projected to have 13,750 square feet when retrofitting is completed at the buyer's expense. Retrofitting can cost as low as $1 million because the structure is new, because the alteration can be mostly deemed cosmetic. The area is the most important retail hub in Manhattan, with Hermes, Chanel, Chopard, and Barney's to the west and Bloomingdale's to the east. The asking price and cap rate at $35 million negotiable, with taxes of $148,000 per year. The purchase offering is reasonable, with the potential outline to obtain the highest possible rent. This offering is exceptional. The commercial real estate community likes to talk in cap rates. Accordingly, we provide the formula and the calculations to follow. But in summary, a cap rate is basically net operating income divided by the price. So if you bought the building for $1 million and you got $100,000 of net operating income per year, your cap rate would be 10%. Calculating the cap rate, we have the numbers, 35 million, 148,000, and the square footage. So the potential rental is 1,800 times the square footage, 24 million, or 2,500 times the square footage, 34 million. So your net operating cost after all this calculation is 24,602,000 or 34,227,000. And lastly, taking this and dividing it by the purchase price gives you the cap rate. So the cap rate, as you can see, is outsize, 70.29% or 98.21%. Now these are estimations, of course. You may get lower rents. Or you may buy the building for a lower price than $35 million. So the two factors will affect the cap rate. But this will give you an indication that this building is really a very good opportunity. Remember, this is an offering. You can still negotiate price. We encourage you to submit an offer. We are eager sellers. So cap rate, in my opinion, is not enough. While cap rates are the industry preferred lingo, we like to think along other lines as well. For example, economic investment in the area, foot traffic and patrons' average income and assets, population density, and of course, tourism spending. The facts for 180 60th Street are: foot traffic observed 12,500 people crossing the street per hour. Population 8.4 million people as of 2013. Tourism 56 million in 2004, spent 60 billion that year. They visited Manhattan. 56 million people, tourists, come to New York City, and they spent $60 billion, billions, huge amount of money. The area, Manhattan, is only 24 square miles, but not all of it is for shopping. Shopping happens in about 8 square miles mostly, the 60s, the 50s, and parts of downtown. The summary of this information: location, the population, tourism, all work to make 180 60th Street a serious retail asset. We conducted an analysis of whom would be the ideal buyer for this building and concluded the following. The building will be best suited and a real money maker for a retailer seeking to have a branded name. And going to branding, my favorite topic. This is a famous, well-known Prada building in Tokyo. It is a source of advertising with enormous strength, featured in countless architectural magazines. Unquestionably, this design has added tremendously to the prestige of the brand and its notoriety. Imagine what a similar exposure could do for the new owner of 180 60th Street. Take a look. Visibility. We're proposing a glass curtain facade, which is not extremely expensive. We have an estimate for $440,000 for that. But that will make the building visible from miles away. Beautiful, beautiful building. Beautiful and with a lot of potential. And secondly, visible from Park Avenue, the fanciest street that we have in Manhattan. See? In conclusion, the asking price is negotiable, serious seller. Real estate taxes $148,000 per year. Remodeling the building could cost $1 million. Retail sales from this location have been calculated by us at $221 million on the low side, with less than 50% conversion rates and a $700 average point of sale transaction. Now, in retail, things are calculated with conversion rates and with point of sale transactions. So if you estimate all the numbers that we have given you, 12,500 people crossing the street. If you say that 60 billion are spent in 8 square miles, which the main area is the 60s East. If you also think that the population that lives in that area has average income of $221,000 with average net worth exceeding the $1 million. Then you can do your math yourself and you will figure out that this place is what in retailing it's called a tourist trap. It's between Bloomingdale's and Barney's. A river of people cross the street. Yes, the numbers work really, really well. I will be happy to walk you through the numbers. The offer has much higher cap rates than the market is offering, has an enviable location, is an asset retail is a specially desired real estate class for Manhattan. Taller and taller buildings are being built. More and more retail space will be needed. 180 60th Street is a new structure that can be easily redesigned to become a peer to the Prada building or the Chanel building. Imagine what branding like this could do for sales. My contact information. And now I'll give you a quick tour of what I was talking about. The branding of buildings. The Dior building in Tokyo, Japan. Tokyo is a dense city, just like New York. This is the Tots building, also in Tokyo, Japan. In New York City, it's difficult to find land to build, and even more rare is to find an entire building for sale. This is a Chanel building, also in Tokyo, Japan. See, clearly it makes sense to have a branded building. The problem is to find the building. If you're watching this presentation, you found the building to brand. Additional information: we have floor plans, renderings, estimates, surveys, and comparable information for sale as well as rentals. A pro forma financial statement. Please contact to request a copy. Lastly, the disclaimer, but also we have in place a very generous commission structure. We pay sales commissions. The buyer does not pay commission. If you are a broker, national or international, or an attorney, and you think you have a buyer for this property, call me immediately. We will pay you a commission if a deal closes with your buyer. We have a written agreement outlining terms and compensation. Be sure to contact me. And this concludes the presentation. Have a great day. Please call me if you have additional information. My phone number is 212-702-4027. Thank you very much. This is Michael STRAUSS-CASSEL.